Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandrago's Cave. Today we are starting Inktober 2025. Inktober is a challenge that I try to do every year. For all of those who don't know what is it, I'm gonna put a video here I've done a couple of weeks ago explaining what is it, introducing what kind of tools you need or what is the general idea while I'm drawing a caricature, okay? So I invite you to check that video. I am gonna be mentioning some of the things here as well, but I'm just marking here the space that we need to draw, okay? But for this challenge, I think I prefer to do it this time with the mechanical pencil, the big Matic 0.7 millimeters, okay? I have been explaining in that video, and I have been basically showing you as well a little bit of an unboxing of these new pens, fine liners. I have the Pigma Micron Sakura brand, is a black edition, very nice, very nice. I think I'm gonna be using probably the 0.1 to draw this time, and to do some fillers probably 0.5, 0.8, but we will see as we go what is what we need, okay? For a starter, we're gonna do the drawing. So the prompt for today is Mustache. Normally I do only a drawing. I wanna do probably some kind of initial idea for a concept, let's say for a book illustration, for children's book illustration, probably. Most probably is gonna be sequential, like a comic, so a story is gonna be happening, most probably. Every word from every day is gonna have to do with the drawing, obviously, and what we are gonna do is probably write a little bit of text, like what's happening, like a narrative or like some dialogue or some sort of poem or something, okay? That's what I've been thinking these days. Normally I have this extra challenge for myself that I do not check the full list, okay? I'm gonna be putting here in the show more section the full list for you, the link for the full list in Instagram, so you can actually have a read and decide how do you want to organize this challenge. I invite you as well to be here commenting, asking questions, talking about your struggles as well, so we can actually help each other a little bit to go through the month. As you already know, Inktober is gonna last for the full month of October. We are gonna be drawing one prompt, one word per day, and just so you understand what I'm gonna be doing in the channel is every Wednesday I will be putting the video as usual, but it's gonna be about the Inktober challenge, okay? It's gonna be doing one of the drawings, and I am gonna be doing the follow-up every day. I'm gonna be drawing on my own time, so I can have more time to do details and everything, and those are gonna be posted on Instagram. In Instagram, you're gonna have one post per day relating to Inktober 2025. The challenge is basically draw and share it in social media. If you're starting, you don't have to do this, but if you want some feedback, it could be interesting, okay? I started at the beginning with no sharing a couple of years ago, and then at some point I started sharing some, and then now I'm sharing all of them. So I invite you to click on the link in the show more description and check the list, check the community, follow the Inktober guys, follow Jake Parker, that is the organizer of this event, and just be here and discuss your ideas, okay? You don't have to do my extra challenge of not checking the prompts, okay? I just want to do this because it kind of potentiates my creativity. It makes me think on the day what I'm gonna be drawing. So probably, I wake up, check what's the word, and then I have a couple of hours during the day until I'm free in the afternoon to do my drawing, to think what kind of drawing or what kind of continuation for this story, for this comic I wanna do, okay? And we have the materials already, some pencils, sharpener for the other ones, eraser. We have the fine liners as well that I've been showing you. Fine liners, any brand. You can take any pen as well that you want. And we are gonna start. So this is gonna be not only a character, but it should be having a little bit of background and story concept. Okay, there is as well a challenge for Tales of a Legion I've done last year and the previous one as well, where I made a little comic as well with background. I don't think I have a sketchbook tool about that, but I could bring it to the channel as well, okay, if you want. I will show it to you on my website, that is on the show more section as well. So you have plenty of links, plenty of information in the show more section to see examples from my own drawings, to see what we need to do, to see the reference from the Inktober team, to see what words do you want to do, and you can even prepare it. I don't want to prepare it, as I said, I want to do it day by day, but you have there a lot of information. I've been talking a lot, and it's time to start drawing, okay? So, Mustache, I'm gonna follow, Jake Parker is American, so I'm gonna follow the Mustache with U instead of OU like we have in England, but I'm gonna be trying to follow, because later for the tags and everything, it works better if it is the same word that everyone is using, okay? So, I'm thinking about using this space, all this space, and we are gonna be doing... Probably I want to do a close-up. Normally here in the channel you don't see me doing much close-ups. I do full body characters. But in the concept of a story, it could be interesting. And last time that I've done this mini comic, I started similar, having like a close-up of the character. If you don't know what are the panels, what are the close-ups, what are the different types of panels that we have in comics, for example, I'm gonna put a link here from last week or 2 weeks ago. I shared, especially because we were gonna be doing this probably, that how to. So if you have no idea about drawing, or you are starting to grab the pencils and do some things, and you want to test and learn a little bit, that's a playlist where you have all the basics. And the panels is interesting because it's gonna show us how we can distribute all the information that we have in the panel. Okay, in this case, I wanna do a man. Here, I'm thinking mustache. Mustache is gonna be on a face, obviously, and I wanna be drawing probably some sort of adventurer, some sort of cowboy, some sort of warrior, some sort of Aragorn, cowboy, something in this line probably, and we may follow what he's doing through this month, where he's going, what objects he has around him, what are the particularities. This man is gonna be the one with the mustache, basically. So I'm gonna be doing probably a very large mustache like this. You know that we here in the channel, we do cartoon and we do caricature, and everything is a little bit more simplified than you may find in other channels, for example. It's more cartoony. So what I wanna do is exaggerate everything as much as I can, okay? So in this case, if we are gonna do mustache, the mustache is gonna be quite large like this. I could have gone for different ideas of mustaches, but I think this is one that I like, kind of very long and very wild, okay? Like this. And then we could even do... I think I can go, yes, I can go for yeah, I can do something like this. It's a bit taller maybe, probably. Something like this. All of these details, we will define them once I start working with the fine liner, okay? Now at the moment I'm just kind of positioning what I want to see here. Maybe this needs to be a little bit more, maybe he's traveling somewhere and there are some clouds around. You will see the background here or something, and here I want to write a couple of things. Probably I'm gonna be writing something in this area here, obviously always trying to keep inside the frame. This rectangle here that we have, this would be my frame where I'm gonna be using the space. This is what in the other video I'm calling panels. Depend of the type of panel that you wanna showcase, what is the thing that you wanna show, we will see one or the other. Okay, so probably maybe there are some kind of mountains or some sort of clouds here. There's gonna be a little bit of text. I want to do a little bit of text here and a little bit of text probably here as well. Always when I've been doing these mini comics, 1 month comics, I've done a little bit of text to accompany the information in the story, so when you read it you know what's on my mind, what is the intention of this drawing. Okay, so probably maybe pointy nose like this. I want to go for some sort of mysterious type of face, so maybe we are gonna do the eyes are covered or something like this, and we don't see the mouth, we don't see much of anything that is happening here. Maybe he's gonna be doing he's gonna be wearing one of these, like Sasuke in Naruto as well, like something like this, longer. Yeah, I think I like something like this, yeah. It will make sense that we see... It will make sense that we see... Maybe this is gonna be like this, more like this. As you can see when I'm drawing, this as well, if you are following that you are someone who wants to start drawing, you will notice that I do many lines, I try to figure out what I want to do, okay? That is how you draw when you are sketching, okay? I have plenty of sketchbook tours that you can have a look, and you see how there are many lines, many trying to figure out what we want to do, what we want to show to the people that is going to be reading this and everything. So I think some sort of beard can go along the way. The eyes are going to be covered like this. Maybe it can be like a little bit of pointy nose, and the mustache comes from here, very long. Something like this, and then text is going to be round, some clouds here, something like this. Okay, so he is moving, he's in a scenario like some sort of a desert or something like this, and we are kind of situating everything at the moment. First, what we want to showcase for the character, okay? Doing the hat, you can do any kind of hat that you want. If you want to follow along with me and try to copy the drawing I'm doing, feel free to do so, okay? We need to find what we want to do. Maybe you want to do loose drawings instead of some of them connected, so this will work as well for what you want to do, okay? So let's do... I think the hat is something important in the sense of our character in this moment, because we are kind of covering the face with this. Because what I want to represent is that we don't know anything about this guy yet. We are going to be learning things about him by day. Day by day we're going to be learning things about him. And at the moment I wanna write here something like the one with the mustache, the one with the mustache we can do here is a dangerous man. Something like this, like not much information, but you know something, okay? You know something about him. And now, I think is perfect moment. 0.1, I think, let me show you, it's a little bit tight this. 0.1 is maybe for what we want to do, the size of the drawing that we are doing, because if you realize this is quite big today, we are starting a new sketchbook, by the way, only for Inktober, so this is going to be very nice, one drawing per page, so then I can do a sketchbook tour, I show you all the drawings. So this tip is 0.1, very, very, very thin. So I can use this for the letters, for example, I can use this for later. So I think for what we have here, maybe we could go for a 0.2. 0.2 is a number that I feel very comfortable drawing, and it has its thickness, it fills the page, but at the same time it's not too much, okay? 0.2, 0.3, if you are using something like this, for this size, it can be very nice. If I go a little bit higher, 0.5, 7 or 8, those ones I normally use them for filling spaces, okay? So let's have a look. Yeah, this one is gonna be perfect. As you can see, I have this as a guide, but I don't want to do a clean line. I wanna, for this challenge, I fancy drawing a little bit loose, a little bit kind of easy, like this. You have the hat. The hat is gonna have obviously a little bit of texture here and there. We can do a double line to create a little bit of effect, like it has some sort of volume, a little bit of volume there. Okay, these lines as well is giving us a little bit of texture. When we have the whole thing done, we will see a little bit of texture there. Okay, the most important thing that we want, the mustache here. I think I wanna do it with. So the nose, pointy nose, like a boot, like a cowboy boot. I think I want to do it without filling. I don't want to do all of it like a black line with 0.8, let's say, because maybe later I want to do something with it. I'm not sure about it. Maybe you do black line. Black line, it can be easier later for when we draw a full body character. So it's easier to see. These are gonna be kind of showing us the characteristics of this person. So let's say Mickey Mouse is very famous and very recognizable because the ears, okay? He's turning around, and any direction that he turns around, always we have the ears visible. You will not see, let's imagine this is the ear in Mickey Mouse, you will not see the ears like this. Never in Disney, always like this. It is drawn in purpose since the very beginning, okay? So the ears are kind of dancing on top of the head. This is something that we see as well in manga. If you like manga, Dragon Ball, for example, is a perfect example with Son Goku. Let's say Son Goku with the hair, the type of hair is a symbol, like Mickey Mouse. It's a brand itself. So that hair, in any direction that he's looking, the hair is gonna be always looking the same. This is kind of something that in the case of Disney, Walt Disney, or in the case of Akira Toriyama, they kept it like that for a brand, for a continuity, okay? So you feel more connected to the character. So probably we should do the mustache like in black, I'm thinking. Maybe that's a good idea. So let's do an initial line. I want it here. I want it here. Very, very long. It's gonna be probably, in theory, going out of the screen. Okay. And how this is very, very thin, as I said, I'm using 0.8. And you can see here the difference between one and the other is like 8 times bigger in thickness. Okay. So we are gonna be and to be honest, if I wanna kind of sell that idea of the guy being, well, having a very, very long mustache, we don't even know where and when is kind of ending. I should do like here now, and you see me drawing outside of the video, going outside of the video. How it's gonna be, we don't know, but we can make it very, very straight like this. Now it can be like this, later it can be moving, okay? Normally, in my Inktober challenges, what I have been doing always is to keep like a maxima like a rule. Say, the first word is gonna guide me through the whole project, through the whole challenge. And in this one as well. So we have mustache. So the character is gonna have a mustache, and every time that we're drawing the character in the comic, you will see the mustache and will remember this. Any kind of fight that he may be involved, adventure, drinking, anything that he may do, the mustache needs to be present, okay? That doesn't mean that, for example, another word is, I don't know, diamond, and we have, let's say, some sort of object that we are gonna, let's say, steal or save, recover, or something like that. That doesn't mean we will do the mustache there as well, but because that's different type of panel. But for this specific, it can be interesting. Let's see a little bit more. At the moment, it's very straight because probably he's alert. In the characters, the eyes and the facial expression is showing you if the character is alert, is sad, is crying, is happy, is upset, some of those things. And when we have characters like this, we can do this as well with mustache, eyebrows, okay, with everything that we want, okay? Even if it is like some sort of a monster, we can do it with the characteristics of the monsters, okay? Let's do... So I haven't tried these pens properly yet. This is the second time drawing. The first time was the other day by drawing the test, kind of the initial video presenting Inktober 2025 in the channel. Something I'm noticing, this is very nice brand, expensive brand and everything. You don't have to do this. You don't have to use this, but the tips are textury. And as I am drawing, I feel that it's kind of fabric. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm drawing and I can see how I have a little bit of residue here on the pen. That is something that I don't like, but maybe this is only because we are starting, we are kind of using the pen for the first time, and it may have a little bit of cover there that you need to use it a little bit. It's like when you buy a pencil, you need to sharpen it, and you need to sharpen it a couple of times until you find the nice texture that you need. It could be because of that, but let's keep drawing, okay? So I'm gonna do this. I want to do a second line here. Maybe it has some sort of line in here that he can have some clips later, for example here, let's say. Very flat, because this is on top of his outfit basically. And then we're gonna do the ear, and I fancy doing some sort of beard, that you can see that later when he's gonna show the face, he will have some sort of beard there, okay? We should do an initial kind of shading here to give to understand that there is gonna be an eye, okay, something like this. We are not gonna see the mouth, probably. We're gonna do only like this. Only like this. For the time being. We can do something like this. We are not gonna see the whole thing, just a little bit here. And then we need to create this kind of shading here. Maybe later this kind of shading is gonna end up being a mask or something, we don't know, but at the time what we need right now is to create this kind of mysteriousness about the character, okay? Like this. Something like this. I want to hear as well your suggestions. If you think that we should maybe take him to a specific place, I could take it in consideration for other videos or for the story. If you think that he has maybe a companion, we don't know what the words are gonna give us because I am not gonna be checking the prompt for tomorrow and the prompt for the day after. Okay, I just opened the list, had a glance, and I just wanted to know the first one to situate what I'm gonna draw, how the story is gonna be guided. But that is very important for my type of drawing. My type of drawing is like this, okay? When I do this type of challenges, is as the word is saying, for me very challenging because it makes me think on the day. As well, you can write a message on my Instagram post of tomorrow, the day after, I don't know, on the weekend, and say, ooh, what if he at some point is doing this, or what if I don't know, he's gonna, for a reason, have a cut in the mustache and lose part of the mustache. How is he gonna feel? So kind of exploring many things. Yes, feel free to bombard the chat with ideas of possibilities, but we will follow what is determined by the list, and then within the list we will see how we can play with these extra additions that I will do as well on my own, like I'm doing here, like when we are talking. Okay, so this is gonna be like a mountain, like a cliff here, okay, like this. It continues here. This can be another one here, maybe. Like a cowboy guy, you see, maybe he's working, he's traveling this very vast space like this. I should do some details with maybe pencil. I don't think I want to use color. Last time when I done this challenge, I was painting. I'm gonna put the video here, the sketchbook tour for the previous Inktober, the Inktober 2024. I enjoyed a lot, and it was quicker drawings, smaller drawings, and at the same time it was as well something personal. I draw a caricature of ourselves there, traveling around places and magical things, and you know, with magical creatures and everything. So that is as well a possibility. But for this one, I think I prefer to do it with this style. That's why I mean that I will keep it probably only black and white. Only black and white. Leave a little bit of pencil, a little bit maybe of black pencil, color pencil, but I will try to use only the pens and pencils, okay? So I want to write there, and this is too thin again to do text. I want the text to pop a little bit, not like this much, but probably we could do 0.3 that I haven't used it yet either. To try 0.3 we have there. Let's put this at the back. All of them open here. Don't worry about this is a straight, this is this, this is that. I am drawing traditional, as you can see. I like the natural type of drawing. I am not looking for perfection. I'm looking for enjoyment of the process, and obviously later, if I decide to take this to another level and paint it, maybe put a little bit of color in Photoshop, let's say, in the computer, or maybe myself painting it manual in traditional way, I can always do modifications later, okay, even if it is traditional. But let's gonna say, I need something that I'm gonna grab in one moment, okay? Okay, I'm back. I need this. This is a normal paper, a piece of paper, because when we are drawing, or when we are doing fine liner and everything, obviously we sweat a little bit and the hand could smush a little bit. This is not gonna guarantee 100% that we are not gonna have smushes, but this can be very useful. Okay, so you put the hand on top of this and don't smush around the drawing. Okay, so let's do a little bit of nice text here, like this. Maybe having a little bit more thickness. The one with the one with the mustache. Okay. Let's do the dot there. The one with the mustache is dangerous. Man. Something like this. I like it. Another day as well, because we have this playlist of learn how to draw, we could do a calligraphy one and show you different types of calligraphies. This is something that I always like to do when I'm writing something, kind of do these shapes, do this kind of flow and everything. You need to find as well, if you're finding your kind of type of lettering that you want to do or calligraphy that you want to do, it's just about practice and trying and error. Okay, you will see when you are working with someone or at school, at university, at work, they need to write something quick by hand or something, how each one of us has a different calligraphy, and I find it beautiful. It is very interesting for me, and I don't talk much about this here in the channel, but I should actually do more videos or do videos with writing things, writing a little bit of a text or some of my stories, or doing this like a character with a little bit of something happening. Okay, so this is very interesting. And while I was talking now, I got this idea. Let's grab the 0.2 again. I got this idea of like we're in cowboy, no? So this could be paper. So I'm gonna be doing like this is like broken paper, like a piece of parchment or something like that someone found, and like this. You see like these wanted posters, for example, that you have with the characters. Like if you love One Piece like I do, like we have here in the channel videos of One Piece, half of the channel is One Piece, you can as well see the posters for the wanted posters that they have, all of these kind of broken papers and textures and everything. So that is something very nice. If you think about it, everything that we like, everything that we see on TV, on comics, on mangas, on graphic novels, everything is useful and we can learn from it. Okay, so something like this, you see, this could even have like a bigger hole there because it's broken. The one with the mustache is a dangerous man. Okay, something like this, very nice. And now, like we've done this, I'm doing this kind of second line, a little bit of second line there, because this is gonna give me a little bit of intention that there is a volume there. This is like let's say a little bit of millimeters or centimeter between the paper, this paper, and the real paper that I'm drawing on. Okay, like a little bit of distance here as well. You see the line, and now I'm gonna do like this, and we have this a little bit. Again, if you are like me using some sort of fine liner and it is very, very thin tip, do not press, because if you press a little bit too much, the tip can go inside and you lose the pen, because you can't actually pull it out. I tried with scissors, with everything, tried to recover some pens, and it is very impossible. As well, if you have any tip for this, for recovering a pen, just feel free to put it in the show more section and we can talk about it. As you can see, Here I'm doing some as well. If I do one corner, I wouldn't do the other, because if not, it will look like I'm doing like a second line there, the same level. But how I'm doing only one side, it looks a little bit of fake 3D. And here in some corners like this, okay, it could work as well. You don't need to do these corners, but it could work as well. Let's say there is a hole here in the middle. For example, let's do a hole here, okay? So for this, I do like this. It will give the impression as well of there is a hole there, okay? So I think some clouds there, very long clouds here. I think something like this, I like it. It's very, very, very interesting, something like this, okay? So now what we need to do, we are gonna be adding here some sort of tone, okay, to differentiate him from what is happening in the background. And for that we can use pencil, or I think, as I always like to use, I have this nice Faber-Castell Polychromos, this one, the black one, that we can give a little bit of tone, okay? So the character, I think I want him to be more in blank, no color there. But maybe the background I wanna use with a little bit of tone. This is something as well that if you decided to have a look around my website, you can go to the section I have called storyboard, and when doing storyboarding as well, you will do this black and white, or you have a little bit of grays to position all the characters, okay? I was thinking even to do that instead of a full drawing, to do just a storyboard for Inktober, but Inktober I prefer to do traditional because it's ink. If it was digital-tober, I could do it as well in the computer. I have done, depending on the year, traditional, digital. I tried both things, and I have seen that people interacts more or relates more to the traditional ways. I love more the traditional ways. If you ask me, if I have to choose, I am more a traditional designer than a digital designer, artist. But obviously, like everyone out here, I can do both, okay? So we have here the background, we have here the character. We don't have a name, we don't know what he's doing, we don't know much about him yet, okay? This is gonna be coming as we draw. Careful when erasing, because the pen, if it is not dry, it can do as much as well, so that's why we need to be careful with doing traditional. But can do. You don't need to press. I just want to make in this direction to have like an intention, okay, that there is some sort of volume here behind him, okay? So I'm doing like this, and here on the other side we're gonna do it the same. Maybe I want to do it like this. 1 second. I'm working here with the camera and everything, and it's a little bit uncomfortable to draw. I love to draw, and I've been doing the channel already for 2 years. Thanks a lot everyone for being here, following the videos, the channel, and talking, and you know, engaging in conversation and everything. Is very nice, I like it. And at the same time, it's difficult. It's difficult to be drawing and paying attention to the drawing, and at the same time paying attention to what are you saying, and have the tripod and everything here, and it needs practice. And yeah, it's difficult to get used to it. Maybe at some point, having more space, I can put the camera higher, so we have a different perspective, and you can see more and everything. But at the time, for the time being, it's gonna be like this, okay? So here I'm just doing a couple of lines, you see, to differentiate that there is something, there is some sort of body there. There's a construction. There is something there. In theory, this is like a canyon. Okay, he could be in the limit of a canyon. So this could be the border. Okay, depending on how the story is gonna go. This could be just you know, sand, land that he goes there, and then you have the mountain as well. Okay, so there are different options here that we could see as we go. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple of lines here as well. This video may be longer. This video may be a little bit more explanation as well. Obviously, during the week when I'm drawing on my own, I am not gonna be talking, I'm just drawing and thinking. And this video obviously is marking the start of the Inktober 2025 challenge here in the channel or here in the Instagram for me. So obviously we need to see what's happening, what are we doing, what are we gonna try to do. It is gonna work or no? Are we gonna like it? Are we gonna change it halfway through? Everything is valid, okay? I just wanna do some details here. So we have all of these, okay? A little bit of shadows. Probably I can do like this only. A couple of things, a little bit of shadows, a little bit of black and white, but not much, not much. Okay, if this is the mustache, we need to have a little bit of a shadow because, as I said at the beginning, we are exaggerating the concept of the mustache as well, okay? This means that the mustache is separated from the face. There is a little bit of a gap there in between them, and here you don't see that, but here again it goes here close to him because we have as well the shadows and everything there, okay? Feel free to ask any kind of question, any kind of artistic question that you want to know, any kind of tips that you want to give to someone or ask. Feel free to drop it in the show more section. I want to invite you, as I said at the beginning, to have a look around the channel. If you like One Piece, welcome. You like Dragon Ball, Naruto, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, welcome here. If you don't like it, welcome as well. Maybe you can find other things that you like around here. I want to say as well, I have a lot of sketchbook tours. The video of the Inktober, it has jumped suddenly by surprise. I wasn't expecting that to the most watched video in the channel the other day, and I had Rob Rucci from One Piece for years. I'm already doing this for 2 years here in YouTube, and that video, since I posted it, it kept itself on the top 1 during the whole time, and now has been dethroned. That is very nice because that means that other videos that are new as well are being liked and watched and interacted with and everything. That is very interesting. So thank you very much everyone for giving support to that video as well, and we will see now what's gonna be with this. Maybe this is gonna go even higher as well, we don't know, but we will see, okay? I'm happy just by someone watching the video and learning a little bit of something, or being a little bit just motivated to grab a pencil, or just by the sake of entertaining a little bit, or maybe so, like I do. Maybe I'm just having lunch or I'm having dinner, I'm putting a video of this and watching it, and I pass the time and I enjoy, and that can be as well something that you might find useful. If something like this happens, I'm happy. As well, I know that there are people that they stop me, for example, on the street, or they send me a message and they said, you know, I'm drawing with my kids. At the same time that you are drawing, I'm drawing as well with my kids. I find that very nice, and I appreciate it a lot, thanks. And yeah, so more than happy to be here doing the videos and doing all of this, okay? Let's have the clouds there, okay? I'm thinking, I don't want to do more, let's say, shade shading. I don't want to do more black around, okay? And we will see how it's gonna evolve the drawing. Maybe the cape later, this kind of cloak later is gonna be darker. It's gonna have a tone because we need to separate it from the background. And if you are thinking like a movie or like an animation, this may be brown, green, brown, red, skin color. I don't know, okay? But this is just the initial idea, okay? We need to balance this tone. This is what I have in mind, okay? Something like this, that I'm drawing this kind of scenes that you could use for a graphic novel, for a comic, for a book, for anything that you want. I have this in mind for this project, okay? So it's gonna be a little bit different than last year, that it was one full character all the time doing something, or the year I've done all of them in one. I was thinking about that as well, maybe do that, but this can be interesting, okay? I don't want to overthink about it. I want to just have a continuation and tell a story. I love to tell stories. I have thousands, and I am not joking, I have thousands of stories in my pocket that I never shared with anyone, and these type of challenges are beautiful to express and to show what you have in terms of drawing stories. It doesn't matter that you don't know how to draw, for example, yet, but you want to participate. You can write a poem if you're a writer. You can, I don't know, play a song if you like to sing for yourself and post it as well regarding the word. You can, if you're a photographer, take a picture regarding that word and post it as well, okay? That is not the, let's say, the specific challenge. It is focused in drawing, but anyone, you're a baker and you want to bake something in the shape of a mustache today because you like art, or because just for the fun of it, just do it. This is about participating, okay? And if maybe you can't find appreciation, just mention it here in the channel and I will find appreciation here, because I love all the things relating to creativity, okay? Let me see. This is looking very nice. I love it. I love it. One important thing that you may not put in context by watching the video is that the limit of my paper is here. So in the camera, you may think, oh, maybe this is a little bit empty. I would do another cloud here, for example, because I'm looking at the camera now here on top, and I would do another cloud here, longer cloud probably like this, but it is too close to the limit of the paper. You need to leave a little bit of margin, because maybe later you want to cut the paper, have all of them individual to put them together like in a mini book or something. You maybe want to paint and you need to stick the paper to a hard surface, so you can do maybe watercolor if you want to do watercolor, for example, because this paper is quite thick, it's quite good. So you could do that in this one. Maybe in if you are using paper from the printer that I used here as well all the time, that one is not good for watercolor, but it is good for pens, for color pens, okay? So that's why I'm leaving this space empty. If you see my mark there that I've done, and here as well, this is the space I have to work. But in the camera it may appear, it may look different, okay? So at the moment we are focusing in A is me. I have a mustache here, okay? I have like a very tight kind of cover here, and I have a mustache. In other circumstances as well, I love to do some kind of plumage or feathers or something in the hats. I love it. So I was thinking maybe a long feather we can find at some point and add it to the hat, a pin or something. We don't know if he is wearing or having some guns with him, because he's like looking like a cowboy guy. He may have a sword somewhere as well. He may be riding a horse or riding a mythical or magical creature that we don't know yet. He may be in company with some other people, or with, I don't know, like a dog or like a creature as well, like in Fantastic Beasts, like in Harry Potter, like in any video game that you have a companion that is going to assist you. We don't know. Just keep in mind that even if it looks like cowboy looking, this is not going to be 100% cowboy. This is going to have fantasy for sure. Okay, because everything I do is fantasy related, cartoon related, okay, and epic fantasy. So we will see what's gonna be happening during the project. Okay, if this is a wall, we need to be consistent. Okay, I forgot to do here these lines. These lines are telling me this wall is going up. Okay, these are resources that you use if you want this to be going high. You can do some lines to give that impression. If you want this background, this land to be vast, that is vast, it is very large and thingy, you are giving a perspective, kind of opening like this. At the same time, we are creating this design of the character with all the lines are pointing like this. All these lines are pointing to the character. We have the character as well framed with these two wanted posters telling us the story. The one with the mustache is a dangerous man. The one with the mustache is a dangerous man. And then we will see where is the story gonna lead us. Okay? A lot of funny things as well are gonna happen. A lot of comedy things are gonna happen here, because it's not something that I do voluntarily, but I think I am so much into fantasy, epic fantasy, adventure, and comedy that anything I do ends up being a little bit like a comic strip in a newspaper. Okay, so I think we're gonna have a very nice time here. So I think we finished for today. I want to sign with pencil this time, because if this is a nice project like we are doing page by page, maybe at the end of the day I don't want to have the signature with pen, and I just want to erase it. Okay, so I'm gonna be cheeky and I'm gonna sign here. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23. You can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video, enjoyed the Inktober 2025 first video and presentation here. I'm gonna be seeing you, remember, every Wednesday for this whole month. I'm gonna be posting Inktober video and show you a little bit how are we doing with the progress of this kind of mini adventure. But if you wanna follow me every day to see every drawing every day, I'm gonna put it in the show more section, my Instagram, that I'm gonna be posting it every day, probably in the afternoons, because like everyone, I have my work and my things to do, and then in the afternoon I will draw, take a picture, post it, tag Instagram, tag Inktober, tag Jake Parker, and see other people's drawings and comment in those other people's as well, because everyone likes a little bit of talk and a little bit of interaction and a little bit of praise. If I like someone's drawing or someone's mustache, I'm gonna say, hey, look, nice mustache, and that guy is gonna feel a little bit better, because that's always nice. Okay, so remember to go online, have some feedback, have some interaction, and try to be nice, okay, with everyone. There's a lot of people as well starting, and we need to help to motivate everyone to be here and be enjoying with us. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.